What is the best time to do yoga? That's what we're going to explore in this video. While practicing yoga at any time of the day can be beneficial, there are certain times of the day that it might be better. I'm a really big fan of practicing yoga in the morning. Having a morning yoga ritual is such an important part of maintaining a positive mindset for the day. It also helps us to energize the body, and greeting the sun is such a great way to develop this positive energy to go into the world with. Now, I will say that practicing in the morning, you're probably going to be a little bit more stiff, and at least that's my experience. And I find that if I practice in the afternoon, because I've been awake and I've been moving, that I'm actually quite open. It can be really nice to have some energetic activity in the middle of the day. Perhaps you work at an office in the morning and maybe after lunch is a really great time to do yoga to help increase that energy for the rest of the day. Now, I do suggest that if you're going to practice in the evening, that you do something that's a little bit more calming to the nervous system versus energizing. Keep those energizing flows for the morning or midday or maybe even afternoon. But definitely if you're going to be practicing yoga in the evening, allow it to be a very soft, relaxing flow. Evening yoga is perfect for winding down and calming your nervous system before going to bed. And it helps to prepare us for a really restful sleep, a really regenerative sleep. Really, the most important thing is doing what works for you, honestly. What works for you? Are you better in the morning? Do you have more energy where it feels better to get up and hit the day doing yoga? Or do you really struggle in the mornings and do you find yourself with more energy mid-afternoon? Or do you have a lot of energy in the evening and you need a way to kind of let it out before winding down for bed? Really, the most important thing is that you just allot some time for yourself to connect to your breath and to movement. Also being able to be consistent. Whatever's going to work for you in the long term. So if practicing in the morning isn't sustainable or practicing in the evening isn't sustainable, choose a time in the day that's going to be sustainable for you to maintain. So for example, if you're a mom and you have little kids, it can be really hard to find time for yoga in the middle of the day. And what I have found, and there is a bit of a sacrifice, I wake up really early and then I wake up before my son wakes up, and that way I can practice before he gets up. Now sometimes that means I get up pretty early, maybe 5 a.m. and sometimes he wakes up a little bit earlier than expected. Typically what happens is he'll just kind of meander in and then rest on the floor or the couch and sleep while I'm finishing up my practice. Just finding whatever works for you, your family, or your situation. As long as you can maintain a consistent practice of always coming to the mat, coming to your breath, and being able to really just be in the body and move the body. I encourage you to look at your schedule and pre-plan. Pre-plan your self-care. Pre-plan your yoga. Look at the schedule and put it on the schedule. Because guess what? If it's on the schedule, you're less likely to miss it. And it also allows you to kind of get out of your own way. Because sometimes if we leave it to emotion or how we're feeling, like, oh, I don't know if I'm feeling like doing yoga today, we can very likely be like, yeah, I don't know if I'm going to do it, and I think I'll do something else. And that's fine. But if you look at the schedule ahead of time, let's say on a Sunday, and you look Monday through the following Sunday, and you look at your work schedule, you look at your school schedule, your family schedule, everything that's going on, and you say, all right, well, I could get yoga in 3 times in the next 5 days, and I could do it Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 7 o'clock. And then kind of just put that in your head, and then when that day and time come, it really just helps to encourage you to be more successful. If we get it on the schedule, then it kind of just takes away the idea of whether I'm feeling good or not. Like, it's just like, nope, I decided I'm going to do it today at 7, and I'm going to get on my mat and I'm going to start moving. And I bet you'll be surprised at how much that helps. And let me know in the comments if that's something you think is going to help you. As an Ashtanga Yoga teacher, I'm really passionate about teaching this specific sequence. It begins with sun salutations, which helps to warm our body up, and then we do some standing stretching postures, and then we go to the floor and we do some seated postures, and then we do our finishing sequence. It's a very intelligent sequence, and I really recommend it. I have a video, it's Ashtanga Yoga 30 minutes, and I'm going to link it at the end of this video for you to check out, and I encourage you to try it, especially in the morning when you're wanting to feel invigorated and energized. I hope that you try it and let me know what you think. Namaste, my friends.